Good morning, welcome back to Traveling Cat Photos. I'm Kat.
And I'm Harry.
And today we are in Vern Zander Memorial Park in Winlock, Washington at the world's largest egg.
Now it's just something fun to see off the highway. We like doing that stuff. Kat has, she likes things that are really large or really small. And I just like, I think it's just fun to see this kind of stuff when you're near it, that's all.
Today we're heading down to Portland and to the North American Bigfoot Museum, and then out to Monotamus Falls, and finally down into Eugene. And we get to take you with us.
Come on, let's go.
We sadly said goodbye to my cousins, but headed for Winlock to see a giant egg. It's true, anything that's ridiculously huge or tiny is like a magnet to me. I can't resist. We love this tiny gardens in the middle of town and discovering this place, which was the second largest producer of eggs in the U.S. It was named after Territorial Army General Winlock M. Miller, who briefly resided there. It wasn't until we were leaving that we noticed all of the roosters. Obviously, they're still very proud of their history here. And in case you were wondering, Petaluma, California was the #1 town for egg production in 1922. We made our way into Oregon and downtown Portland on a very special mission. While we hadn't planned on this route, we knew that the original Voodoo Donut is located here. And since we're ending our day at our friend Mackenzie's family farm and celebrating her birthday, and she loves these donuts, we knew we had to make a stop so we could take some for her. And, well, grab a couple for our own breakfast. Voodoo Donut is the brainchild of Portlanders Kenneth Pogson and Trey's Shannon, and in 2003 they opened their shop bent on world donut domination. We were thrilled with all the different options and decided just to get a full dozen of as many types as we could take with us. I have to say that while in LA, we had Voodoo Donut and they were just okay. But it was a totally different experience in Portland. These were so good. The old advice to have a dish where it's created in order to get the best taste of it applies here. We are here in Portland, Oregon at the world's smallest official city park. Did I mention I love things that are ridiculously tiny too? I just can't resist. And while we were there on the waterfront, we went searching for a place to enjoy our donuts and struck gold. These are absolutely gorgeous. This place made us both wish we had more time to hang out, walk the shops, and enjoy the flowers even more. The waterfront park is absolutely beautiful. A view of some of the many bridges that cross this river in Portland. And now we'll show you some of the marina. Okay, I have no idea what the Asian themed boats are, but I'm intrigued. The boats turned out to be dragon boats for the Dragon Boat Race during the Portland Rose Festival, which promotes friendship with their sister city in Taiwan. There's lots of different vessels here to get out on the water, including a submarine. That's right, a submarine. Speaking of that sub, we decided that we had to take a few minutes to find out what it was all about. So we popped across the nearest bridge. There are about 15 in the area to see about that sub. As a part of OMSI, the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, the USS Blueback is a retired U.S. Navy submarine where you can take a fascinating 45-minute tour and learn how the sailors lived and how submarines float, dive, and surface. 12 guests, 3 and older, will pay $8.50 each for these limited tours. Unfortunately, there were not any tours available for us, but definitely something to come back for. We'd love to tour the entire museum along with the sub. Time to head out of Portland towards Boring, Oregon to try to find Bigfoot. So when I was in Scotland, I had to stop at the Loch Ness Monster Museum. So of course, when you're in Oregon, you have to stop at the North American Bigfoot Center.
Sasquatch stories have gone back years and years and years. I don't have a time frame on it, but as long as we've been here, which our ancestors say since the beginning of time, this being has also been here.
All right, it's February 17th, 2018, following up on report of a Sasquatch breakdown in Wayside.
Bigfoot in the movies.
Oh my God, these guys are serious, and I did smell something. There may be something going on. I think he's trying to mulling over his possibilities. And
We keep waiting on a really good film about Bigfoot. I think eventually we would get it. Those baby Bigfoot prints. And a comparison to show you how different the hair is. So the theory is that you don't find Sasquatch bones because they're an apex predator who can go and hide away and into a den or thick brush or whatever in order to die, and so the bones are never found. We were really impressed by this museum, especially by the exhibit that went over all the names the different societies have come up for what we call Bigfoot, Yeti, or Sasquatch. Not sure we really believe in them, but we definitely respect all the work and dedication it took to create this very interesting place. The day was quickly getting away from us, but thanks to a tip from an RV friend, we headed for Corbett, Washington to begin the historic Columbia River Highway Scenic Byway. After leaving Corbett, our first cliff-top panorama of the gorge was at the Portland Women's Forum State Scenic Viewpoint. The views of the Columbia River are stunning, and it's the first time you get a clear view of Crown Point and the Vista House. If you've enjoyed your journey with us so far today, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet, and leave a comment letting us know if you've added something from today's video to your bucket list. Lawyer Samuel Hill and engineer Samuel Lancaster designed this grand scenic drive. The first segment was dedicated in 1916, and the first destination built along the new road was the Vista House in 1918 on Crown Point. This German Art Nouveau building was designed by Portland architect Edgar M. Lazarus, and what a view it has. Truly breathtaking. This fully accessible building allows you to tour all the way to the top. Find out more about those who created the byway, as well as the Vista House, and of course, enjoy views of the Columbia. The museum is totally free, and Harry had fun touring each exhibit-filled floor, while I waited below, enjoying the eye-popping views of the Columbia River Gorge. This was so worth going out of our way, even if this had been as far as we were going, but fortunately, there was still so much more to come.
The view from the balcony of the Vista House.
We continued 8 more miles to discover 5 big waterfalls and end up at Multnomah Falls for lunch. Most of these are right on the road with easy-to-reach viewing areas. Some of them have extra trails if you love to hike. The first stop was Lateral Falls. This 224-foot fall is one of those where you can hike back to see more. But I'd been told that I'd love the next on the list, so we didn't stay long. As America's first scenic highway and a National Historic Landmark, this 70-mile route is indeed the king of roads. Although we were only going a short way down this byway, we were quickly dazzled by the saturated colors of green, the moss-covered bridges, and the views. This is Shepherd's Dells Falls. Shepherd's Dell definitely is breathtaking. The path that leads right down to the middle of the falls is made of stone and can be very slippery, as Harry learned firsthand, and very steep. So wear good shoes and remember that what you slide down, you have to climb back up. These falls had me mesmerized. From the top of that 42-foot upper fall to the middle section where Harry waved to me, to the spot where it twists in the 50-foot lower section. Yes, twists! I was enthralled. One of my top 5 favorite waterfalls ever. Joaquina Falls, a tiered type waterfall, has a Yakima name that means most beautiful. It plunges in several sections for 242 feet. We ended at the 620-foot Multnomah Falls, which is the most visited natural recreation site in the Pacific Northwest, with more than 2 million visitors per year. This is Multnomah Falls outside of Portland, Oregon. Amazing. The viewpoint is fully accessible and dazzling. As you can see, there's a path up to the bridge. And if you're a hiker, there's another one that takes you in further. We are the stay at the bottom, enjoy the views, and take your selfie type of people. We enjoyed the gardens on our way back down to the lodge, where we enjoyed a delicious lunch with views of the dogwood trees in full bloom. Reluctantly, we left and headed back through Portland with its bridge views of downtown and the aerial tram, and down the 5 to the countryside near Eugene with its sheep, fields full of white meadow foam, and wide open vistas, and finally to the farm. We'll share more of this magical place next time. Hi everyone, we're ending our day here today at a family friend's farm outside Eugene, Oregon. But what a day it was.
We had a great day. Driving down historic Route 30 from, we started in Castle Rock and drove down to the Columbia River Gorge area on historic Route 30, and it was simply marvelous. Beautiful drive, highly recommended. There are some twists and turns. It's kind of like, well, we thought it was the PCH of the Columbia River.
Absolutely.
A lot of twists and turns.
So keep that in mind if you have a really long vehicle or you're taking your RV down there. It's a little dicey for that. We're gonna sign off. I have my gin and tonic. Harry's got his stout.
We're done for the day.
Take care, everyone. Safe travels.
See you
and
tomorrow.
We'll see you next time. Next up, we'll give you a tour of the farm as well as the southern Oregon coast. So make sure to subscribe and follow along.